This video will focus on fines on items. From the Patrons Account page, click the Account tab. There is a running tally of charges, deposits, credits, and the balance. There is also an option to change the view. Right now, the account summary is being viewed. Each item under the account will have a type, date, barcode, title, reason, organization, note, build, amount, and balance. For each of these items, there are the options to pay, waive charge, add charge, create credit, refund credit, and print list. Pay lets a patron pay for a fine. Click the checkbox next to the desired item or items. Pay very close attention to the reason and organization columns. Do not accept cash or partial payments for replacement cost charges for any library but your own. Click Pay. A box will pop up confirming how much the patron wants to pay. They do not have to pay the full value of an item. Choose what method is being used to pay. Choices are cash, check, or credit card. Add any relevant notes to the note field, such as the check number, and then click Pay to complete your transaction or Cancel to cancel it. To waive a charge on a patron's account, click the checkbox next to the desired items, click Waive Charge. A box will pop up confirming the amount to waive from the patron's balance. The full value of an item does not have to be waived. Add any relevant notes in the note field, such as the reason for waiving the fine. Then click Waive to waive the fine, or Cancel to cancel the transaction. Add charge adds a fine to the patron's account. You need to fill out the amount of the fine, the reason, the item barcode, and notes. Fee reasons include borrow by mail charge, patron registration fee, replacement cost, overdue item, damaged item, manual fine, pay card, and printing. Depending on your library, not all of these fee reasons may be used. Click to add charge, and the charge will be added to the patron's account. Create credit and refund credit are not features Buckles recommends that member libraries use. Print list prints a list of the missing, overdue, or charged items on the patron's account. It'll open right to a printer prompt. History will show the transaction history of payments for a still active fine. Click the checkbox next to the item that you'd like to view the history for. If no history is available, meaning that the patron has made no partial payments on this item, you'll get a message that says there is no history available to show. Any payments history will include the date, type, amount, payment method, note, the staff name, and the due date. More drops down to provide access to notification history and properties of individual fines. Notification history will show the history of the times a patron has been notified. This is the place where any automatic communications from the system will be located, for example, overdue notices. Staff cannot create notifications. This is purely an area for system information. And properties will show information about the fine entry. So this option will not be clickable until you have clicked the checkbox next to the desired item. Properties will have 3 tabs: Transaction, Item, and About. Transaction will include the transaction type, the amount, the payment method, patron barcode, item barcode, and any notes. The Item tab will include the author, title, material type, record ID number, assigned branch, checkout date, and due date. The About tab will include the transaction number, the creator of that transaction, date created, the library, and the date and name of the last modifier. The view can be changed at any time from account summary to either collection agency, if relevant to that patron, or transaction summary to see a broad overview of all the transactions on each account. Each transaction can be selected to view its individual history or properties, and a credit or refund can be applied here too. A list of selected transactions can be printed, and the transaction list can also be filtered as needed. Fines can also be viewed from the Out Overdue tab. These fines are only for items that are currently out or overdue. If there are no fines, there will be a number 0 next to the word overdue. This tab will not include fines that staff have added manually to the account. If you'd like to estimate patron fines for an item, click the checkbox next to the desired item or items and click Estimate Fines. Another pop-up box will estimate the fines based on the item or items being returned today. In this case, it's 0 because the item isn't due yet, but another date can be selected in the future as a return date. And then the fines will be estimated. In this case, the fines become 75 cents because the items are overdue. This is just an estimation. This does not factor in other fines a patron might already owe. This is just for items that are currently checked out to the patron. And now you have viewed all of your patrons' fines.